Welcome to CCRPG, where we open up our virtual table and play games with some good friends. I'm Bob, and I'll be running Lancer, an RPG by Miguel Lopez and Tom Parkinson-Morgan. You can find it at Massive Press on itch.io. We left our pilots in the midst of battle, fighting against Periapsis for control of a gate station. Their foes seem to have a vested interest in preventing the meeting between the ruined chain and Contraterrene. We return to the fight now, at the beginning of a new round. Welcome back, pilots.
Hello.
Yay, I'm
Hello. Yeah, I'm not doing anything next turn because I am stunned.
Well, now's the
You know
time
what,
to discuss that, because it is the beginning of a new round. It can be any of you's turn to go.
You know what
Maybe the stun
one of you
guy
should do?
breaks it? Yeah.
I think one of you guys should attack the T-posing guy in the green nightshirt.
He is obviously the most severe threat.
I'm a little worried about him. Like, what's he doing in space right now? That's unsettling.
We should definitely let Chuck go first, so he can show it. So it can be a battle of the T-poser versus the guy who's screaming all on fire.
Honestly,
Who will have dominance?
Honestly, I just imagine the T-pose guy is just Jamin listening to some David Bowie.
Space Oddity.
Yes.
If you want to go first, by the way, to clear your stunned, I'm assuming getting attacking while stunned is bad, but
Yeah, he's
It
down
is
to
bad,
5
yes.
evasion, so it's pretty bad.
that's not that much lower than what he normally has, as far as I know.
Oh, you thought you were
I
burned
mean-
before.
That's still better than. Well, it's almost better
Add
than mine. I
2
only have
burn,
7
Chuck.
evasion.
Okay, I'm adding it to my character sheet. 2 burn. Yeah, I mean, if you don't mind, I would like to
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I
Be
think
less-
that makes sense.
be less screwed. Yeah, so I do I do my turn by existing. At the end of my turn, I clear my stun.
All right, your stun condition expires.
Hot diggity dog.
Now you still have burn to deal with.
I do.
So go ahead and roll. You have 6 burn on you currently.
That's an engineering check, correct?
It is. You should be pretty good at that, right?
Yeah, I got a +1. Wow, it's been a while since I used roll 20. Apparently,
Yeah, like a week.
I rolled a 6, so no.
A 6 ain't gonna do it, bud. So you are going to take 6 burn damage.
That's
Excuse
not
me.
good.
All right, and that will wrap up Chimera's turn. Then we are going to go ahead and flip back to the other side here. Let's see who wants to pick a fight today. I think we're going to have Assayer 1 activate. Assayer 1 is going to, at the beginning of its turn, roll its recharge check.
Okay.
And I don't think a 3 is good enough. No, it does not recharge. Okay. So since it did not recharge, it is going to line up its light laser at Chimera. So good thing you aren't stunned anymore, Chimera. This would be bad if you were.
Yep.
12 versus your evasion.
It still hits, unfortunately.
Still hits. That you aren't going to like this. It does 3 energy damage
That's not
plus
too bad.
plus 2 burn damage.
That's really bad.
That's really bad.
Why? So that's. I mean, that structures me, doesn't it?
So let's find out, because I think it might
wait,
not, because
armor,
armor
yeah.
happens. Your armor happens. So of the 3 energy damage, you only take 1, right? Because you have 2 armor. And then you take 2 burn. So that should be a total of 3. So you're down to like 1, I think. Is that correct based off of what you are looking at for your armor and stuff?
Yeah, so
You take 3 total, 1 energy plus 2 burn, taking you down to 1.
yeah, that looks right. I mean, I don't like how it looks, but that is right.
And you're up to 8 burn. So don't look that gift horse in the mouth.
I'll do what I want. I don't like it at all.
All right, and then does Asayer have anything else he wants to do before he bugs off? No. No, he doesn't. But yeah, he's gonna hold the line right there. So it is gonna go back to your side.
May I go? Anyone else have anything they want to do?
Go for it.
Do it.
All right. So currently I'm bracing, so I can only take 1 free action. Or 1 quick action, I'm sorry. So I am going to charge, maybe to give myself or Chimera a little bit of protection, at least one time, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to charge 1 bolt in my my stasis thing, so that I have a pent-up shot, or a held shot to maybe protect one of us. Who knows?
Oh, your stasis generator.
Stasis bolt. Yeah.
Stasis
Yep,
bolt.
so-
Yes.
Yes. I couldn't remember what the name was. Yeah. So I use my 1 quick action to charge a stasis bolt. And Chimera is in range at the moment, so
if it comes
We will
up,
see what-
you're ready for it.
yeah.
All right.
So with that, I no longer have brace, so
All right. Then that will end Orion's turn. Back to the other side. I just want to check. Are you still targeted? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Acquirer 3 is still within range of Optimizer. So Acquirer 3 is going to activate. And range 25. That's a pretty good range, fellas.
is Todd still invisible? I think he is.
Yes.
Okay,
I
I just
don't
wanted
think
to
I
be sure.
moved my last turn, so I believe, yeah, I'm invisible.
Acquirer 3 is going to take aim and fire one of its siege shells directly at Chimera.
I mean, it makes sense, I guess. Begrudgingly.
So because it has Optimizer's investiture on it, it gets +1 accuracy. So it had +1 difficulty before because of the type of attack it is. So those cancel out. So it's just going to be a +2 total. 12 versus your evasion.
Let me think about this. Yes, it hits.
Let me see if I can counter that.
All
Dyne's
right.
gonna try to aim for the shell. So I'm gonna roll a contested attack roll. Oop, wait. 16.
Oh.
Hey, so we didn't get to see
Oh,
what
cool.
this looked like when it happened successfully last time. So what does the stasis bolt do, and how does it protect Chimera from this bombard cannon?
So the way I imagine it is that Dyne has like a sub weapon attached to one of his guns, and that's where the charge is held. And so he's like acting defensively, looking around for a shot that's within his range. And when he sees the shot aimed at Chimera, he kind of has Artemis calculate where the shot could be hit and explode or be knocked away, like before it reaches Chimera. and shoots right at it and causes the shell to like be held in place, and it just explodes harmlessly away from where Chimera is.
That's nice. So
That
basically,
is really cool.
just the point of space in between Assayer 3 and Chimera just blooms into explosive as you catch the bolt in your stasis shot, and it just explodes before it can get to her. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was effective. That would have structured her. So
Nice.
good.
Yeah, it would.
All right. Well, that is Acquirers 3's turn. It's back to your side.
I think maybe I can go. Is that
That's fine.
cool with you?
Do it.
All right. So Acquirer would Acquirer 2 went or 3?
Acquirer 3, the one at the top that has the investiture from Optimizer, is the one that went.
Okay. And then one of the Assayers went on the first round?
One of the Assayers went the first round, yes.
Okay, so can I reach Acquirer? Oh, I sure can. I can reach Acquirer 2. He's just within sensor range, 20 hexes away. All right, so I'm going to try to do an invade action on Acquirer 2. So let's roll the tech attack. So
hold on
do
one
I
second.
disadvantage?
So
Yeah.
Defense Net adds a +2 difficulty to any ranged melee or tech attack that come through the shield.
Okay, tell you what. Here's what I'm going to do. First, I'm going to put lock on him. I'm going to lock on him. So he has lock on. And then I'm going to make a tech attack on him, consuming that lock on. So that should bring me down to 1 difficulty.
1 difficulty, that's correct.
Okay.
I like the different ways and the amount of times you said lock on there.
Yeah, I know.
Lock on.
I'm gonna lock on him, lock on, to lock on, the lock on.
It's weird because like lock on is like a noun and a verb in this game. Like I was saying,
Yes,
I'm gonna lock
on him,
but I'm gonna put lock on him.
Yeah, wax on, wax off.
Comet,
wax off.
Comet's signature dance move should be the lock on, and it should be like a variation of the pop and lock.
Well, you ever have those
that's now
moments where
canon.
Yeah. You ever have those moments where you're like playing D&D or something, you just like step outside yourself and you just listen as if you're like an outside observer or
like,
something
what
you've
the
never
fuck
heard,
am I
no
saying?
context or whatever. For some reason, I was just doing that right there. I'm like, what the hell did he just say? Jesus.
All right. Well, let's. So you. Oh, wait. So, I would like you to stop first, because if you would notice, if you can believe it, Acquirer 2 already has lock on. You have applied a lock on to Acquirer 2 earlier in this combat.
Good call. Okay, I'll just put lock on Assayer 1.
All right, so Assayer 1. I am glad that I got these tokens to indicate these status ailments. Yeah.
All right, cool. So, still consuming the lock on Acquirer 2, though.
Yep.
Would you like me to roll again?
No, I mean, you rolled correctly. You saved because you have a 2 total.
Yeah. But that was before I knew about the lock on and everything, so it's like a whole different situation. Yeah.
It's a whole new world. No, 2 is not higher than its E defense. Also, oh wait, no, that was Acquirer 2 you were targeting. I was going to say if you were targeting Acquirer 3, because of investiture, gets to use Optimizer's systems instead of its own, so it would have been even harder to hit.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
All right, well, that didn't work. I was going to try to use the Mirage invade action to help Chimera out a little bit. All
right, well, that was a quick tech, right? So you still have your other quick action.
So I used two quick techs.
Okay.
Use the lock on and
lock on.
that.
Yeah.
But I haven't moved. So spotter gives me a free quick lock on. So I'm gonna put an additional lock on Assayer 2. and that's the most times I've said lock on in a 5-minute window.
Should I add more? I think your first lock on should also apply shredded until that target's end of the target's next turn, correct?
You are correct, but only on a Sayer 1. Only on a Sayer 1.
Shredded until the end of its next turn?
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay.
I keep track of those things, so I'll let you know.
Todd. I appreciate it.
I have a lot of like little fiddly rolls that, like if you don't do that, like very conditional. Like if you don't do this and you do this, then you get a free lock on, but then you can only get shredded on one of them and blah, blah, blah. So, okay. Anyway, that's it for me. I haven't moved, so I return to being invisible at the end of my turn.
Gotcha. All right, Acquirer 2 is going to take aim at Chimera and fire a siege munition at her.
I had a feeling that would happen. That's why I wanted to hack it.
Yeah.
That would have been the right call. But luckily, this one isn't invested, and this isn't the most accurate weapon, so it's going to have 1 difficulty. So,
oh, good.
1d20 plus 2 minus 1d6, and...
Hey!
It rolled really horrible. So the total comes out to a 2, which misses wildly.
See, I did hack it. I just transferred my 2 to it.
Whatever you have to tell yourself.
Yeah,
that's part of the story you tell after the mission is over. Yeah,
like later at the end of the mission, we're all eating dinner. You're like, that was all because of me that you survived, Evelene. Yeah, shut up and eat your tuna.
All right.
Psyched him out.
Rock, it's back to you.
I hate the idea of space tuna. All right.
So does Curry Septemberish, by the way.
Yeah. All right. So Optimizer's there.
Mm-hmm.
I might be locked on. I don't know. Lockdown was said a lot in the last
Optimizer
5 minutes, so
does have
sure
a lock on applied to it. Yeah.
Optimizer does. Okay.
Oh,
No,
wait.
I don't think it does. Actually,
no, it doesn't.
It's the only thing on the field.
No,
Acquirer 2 doesn't have lock on anymore, but
a Sayer
both
1, a Sayer
Sayers
2, and Acquirer 3 all have lock on.
Yeah.
All right, well, I still want to try to shoot Optimizer. I feel like he needs to die.
Okay.
I don't want to waste time on those fields or the guns at the moment.
Yeah, so because of the shield, it is with 2 difficulty.
2 difficulty, okay. I give myself... So I'm going to protocol this turn, so I'm going to use my core siphon, so I get 1 accuracy on my first shot, difficulty on all the rest of them. My gun is also accurate, so that'll negate the 2 difficulty right there. And then I don't want to give myself a difficulty with steady aim, and I can't crit, so none of that makes sense or matters. So, all right, take the shot here then. 1d20. We have 1 grit, right?
2.
2 grit.
Yeah, 2 now.
That's right. 12.
Excuse me.
Which weapon was that? Your anti-material?
Yeah. Is it not loaded? I thought it was.
I don't know. I think it might be. So, how did you get the accurate?
It has accurate.
Okay, yeah. So that's one of the mods on it. So it is a D20 plus 1d6. The accuracies and difficulties all did weird canceling things.
They canceled each other out. Yes, essentially.
Yeah.
That's all you need to worry about. And then I get a +1 to all my range attacks because of my frame. So that's why I'm rolling a +3.
Gotcha. Okay, makes sense. All right, then. That 12, I believe, hits. 12 versus Optimizer will hit its evasion, yes.
Wonderful. It takes 15 damage.
Ooh, wow. Holy shit. Is that because of Core Siphon or whatever that you got?
3d6? No, it is because not only does Anti-Material Rifle do a 2d6, I have overpowered calibers on it because I'm sick and tired of things with structures living. So once per round, I can add another 1d6 to the shot of this weapon. So it rolled 3d6, and I had 2 6s and a 3.
That is real nice. Overpowered
A
caliber.
lot of overkill in a lot of situations, but... so yeah, 15 damage to that. Armor piercing, if that matters.
Is overpowered caliper a what's it? A system add-on?
Whatever
it's a core bonus.
We got. Yeah,
core
bonus.
Your
Yeah,
core.
It's a GMS core. Bonus.
It's your GMS thing. Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm getting I'm trying to get more used to reading the GM side of the CompCon battle system thing. So I was just trying to like follow along to see where all your things come from. It doesn't show core bonuses on my side, which is annoying. So I'm gonna have to add like GM notes under you later to keep so that I can remember those things.
You might need an updated thing from me because it should show it under the heavy mount.
Yeah, see, the thing is, it doesn't even show mounts. It's a slightly simplified view.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, so that it can fit every enemy and all of you guys on the same screen.
That's unfortunate because a lot of my information comes under the mounts for my guns.
That is fine. All right, cool beans. Well, with a resounding crack shot firing across the distance between you and them, you decimated. How do you take out Optimizer?
I like to think that the overpowered calibers explode. So I would think I would shoot in it, hit to the chest section, and then the bullet itself like explodes inside of it.
Oh wow! So
just shrapnel everywhere, just destroying everything. Like there might be some of the chest left, but the inside is just decimated.
You literally fired a bullet that has like an impact activated warhead on the front of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. All right.
It's like a bunker buster, but for Lancers.
But for things. Yeah, but for things that aren't bunkers. All right, cool beans. All right, well, that Optimizer is not just X. It just disappears off the field.
Excuse me, that Optimizer?
Hey,
that implies there's more Optimizers.
We talked about, how the fact that Denier is called Denier 1 and things like that too, you got to keep you guys on your feet. But what happens instantly as Optimizer blinks out that was also a benefit for you is that the investiture on Acquirer 3 wears off, and also the defense net of drones around Assayer 2 also deactivates.
I forgot that it had that.
Yep. Yeah, they had that since the first round of combat.
That's great to get rid of that.
They've been such a low priority that I forgot it had that.
Yeah. They have not needed to use it. All right. Well, Rock, anything else?
No, I am satisfied.
All right. Well, it is on to Assayer 2's turn. They are going to roll their recharge and not get the recharge, so they cannot move, or they would have to shut down their defense net.
They should, though.
They aren't. They aren't going to do that.
I disagree.
Nope.
Okay, instead they are going to... Whew. Man. All right. They're going to prepare something.
Cool.
All right.
And or they just prepared something.
Yeah, they're just preparing something. They as far as you can tell from the outside, they did nothing on their turn.
Neat.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, it is back to the beginning of the next round. It can be any one of you.
Chimera, you want to not be on fire?
Boring, so I'll probably go last.
Yes. I mean, I just to confirm, if I stabilize, I can only clear the burn. I can't also repair it in the same turn.
You can no. It's either restore HP or clear heat, and then one of extra things. So you can restore your HP, and then clearing burn is one of like the second list.
Yeah.
So you cannot heal your HP and clear your heat, you can do one of those and then do a bunch of different things.
But just to
From a
confirm,
list.
I can repair and clear burn at the same time. Okay, then I will do that. Because, I mean, heat, I'm fine. I only got one heat. I can live with that.
Yeah. Yeah, just think of it as like you can heal one of your two main stats, and then
So you
do something else.
Exactly. You get one of your main bars plus a bonus, basically.
Gotcha. And remind me again, how much HP do you restore on a repair cap?
All.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
it takes
yes,
you to the
I will
top
do
of
that.
your current bar.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I will do exactly that. So I will clear my burn and
all right,
restore
you're
up to
back down
16
to
HP.
0 burn and back up to 16 health. You spend your full turn stabilizing. You get the like internal systems to like activate their emergency repair mechanisms, clearing up jettisoning any shrapnel and like blowing like that fast expanding like fill paste in a lot of the holes covering your mech. Yeah, totally. And I think that just takes one repair, right? To do a combat repair. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Have you overcharged yet this battle, Chuck? What's your heat at?
Just one.
One out of what?
6.
I mean, you'd roll a 1d3.
7. You have 7.
I mean, if you wanted to do something else, a quick action, just let you know your options.
Yeah, it's true. Does overcharge clear at the end of the combat?
At the end of combat, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let me do that. I might as well take a shot.
Shot, or maybe pull one of them out of the defense net. Maybe, I don't know. Whatever you want to do.
Are you suggesting I should pull one out of the defense net?
No, whatever you want to do, man. I mean, maybe pull them or don't, but you could pull them.
I mean, if you pull them out of the defense net,
pull
we
them
have a sniper, and I have a big gun.
But totally your choice. Totally your choice.
We're not here to tell you what to do or anything.
Look, I've had I've had bad turns in a while, so like I'm already over the moon that I was able to clear my burn and heal. But I'll do that. I will overcharge so I get one heat. So.
Oh, good roll.
Yeah, it was a good hole. So
full repair, all caps. Extremely happy.
I am very happy. So yeah, I'm going to overcharge and pull. I'm going to deploy.
Your
deploy
lash.
the grapple on a Sayer 1. Pull it to here. That would be 5 spaces.
5 spaces towards you.
Are we going to roll in that? It has to beat a.
Oh right, 13. I keep
13.
assuming that they fail.
I mean, they could roll well. You never know.
Yeah. So it is an agility. So 1d20 minus 2. What's your save?
13.
No.
I rolled a
3 minus 2.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
All right, yeah, the Ferris Lash just tears it out. You shoot your grapnel, and then you pull back hard and yank it out of that fiery shield.
You're welcome, Orion.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Orion cheers.
Hooray!
All right, Chimera, is that the end of your turn now?
That is the end of my turn.
That was a great idea, Chimera, by the way. Well done.
Chimera, I'm really glad that you thought of that.
Combat genius.
If I didn't know any better, I think you're being sarcastic.
All right, I'm going to
Chimera's
activate.
the Batman of our group. What do you guys mean?
You guys know what I'm going to do, right?
Yes.
I activate a Sayer 1, and I'm going to attempt to roll its recharge. I don't know if... Hey, a 4 does it! Hey, happy day!
Nice.
Happy day! So it gets its defense net back, and...
Good for it.
Let's see. It is going to move here. And then is going to activate its defense net.
Cool.
And again, as it emits this defense net, it is like these weird tech, almost like lines that wind their way through space. And you do see that like the very edge of it actually like distorts slightly, filling the area with heat. So that will be a full action from Assayer 1. And I've used its defense net. End of Assayer 1's turn.
All right, Assayer 1's no longer shredded now, Bob.
Thank you, sir.
I cannot remember. When does the heat part of the Assayer 1's defense net come into play?
When you start your turn in it.
Okay.
It's heat, not
or
burn.
move into it, I think. Is that right?
Whenever you move into it for the first time in a turn, or if you start your turn inside of it.
Okay. Just making sure I understood that.
All right. Who wants to go next?
I've got a boring round again. It's a reload round, so you guys do whatever you need.
I mean, I'm going to melt down when this round starts, so it doesn't matter what I do.
Oh, fun.
Oh, really?
For stress. Yeah, because I'm at 8 out of 10. I think it gives plus 2 heat. Yeah, it gives plus 2 heat.
Yep, 2 heat when you start your turn, and you become shredded until you leave the area.
Is there anything you can do to stop Assayer 1 then?
Not unless he can get me out of it.
I might be able to take a shot on him with my other gun.
I might be able to push him possibly by hacking him. That's a big if.
Do we know if it? Well, I mean,
It wouldn't
we
move
don't
the
know
shield,
if his
though, would
defense
it?
net moves with him, right?
I don't think it does.
It might get disabled.
It does, doesn't it? We've moved him before. Maybe not. I don't know.
Usually he has to deactivate
reach,
it, then reactivate it.
Yeah, okay. But maybe, like, we don't know. But my theory is maybe if he gets pushed, maybe it, like, deactivates it. But that's a big assumption.
What you need to do.
Yeah.
I can't even guarantee I'll get him to move because he can choose to take heat instead of being moved.
I mean, I'm at full stress, so I'm going to go down 1 stress. It's fine. So you just want me to go so I can get it done with?
I mean, I could take a shot on him. I don't know how much health they have. Probably more than 1 shot for my non-overpowered sniper, but...
I can put lock... Oh, he does have lock on. Yeah, why don't you take a shot at him then?
Want me to?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, you. In fact, you know what, Rock? Comet orders you to take a shot at Assayer 1.
You know what? Maybe I will. How about that, huh? Maybe I will.
That'll show you.
Okay, so I'm going to use my reaction to issue order.
So the Assayers can't be crit in that zone either, right?
That is correct. Anything inside that zone being shot from outside the zone is affected.
Okay. So the thing that I can do where I steady aim and then if I crit, like, effects can happen, that stuff doesn't happen either.
That's correct, because it isn't considered a crit.
Big yikes. That's a lot of what I do. Right then, I guess I'm just going to core siphon because I'm really only going to get 1 shot out of this.
You have the lock on and the leadership die for...
Yeah, it's accurate, so it's -2 difficulty for being in there? Or
it is two difficulty in the shield, yes.
Okay, so I'll end up with 1 accuracy.
All right, so you're using the lock on.
Yes.
And then plus your
actually
accuracy.
2 accuracy then, because of the leader.
Leadership die?
Well, yeah, because your vulture is accurate. So that plus the lock on brings you to 0, and then the leadership die gives you +1.
All right. And then, yeah, like I said, I'm using my core siphon and everything. Protocol. That's about all I can do, so give it a shot then. It probably hits.
All right.
It's a 21.
15 plus 3 plus 3? Oh, right, because it's up to 2 because of the core siphon adds an additional 1 accuracy on top of that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because it's your first shot.
Basically, if I'm ever firing just one shot, it's 2 accuracy by default.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, cool beans. Well, a 15 plus 3 plus 3 surprisingly hits. I know, right?
Okay. No crits, though. Sad face.
Yeah. All right, so how much damage?
I'm so sorry.
So 5 damage.
5. That is enough to structure it.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Not totally what I was hoping for, but nice.
Yeah, now you guys find out that they're veterans, so they have 2 structure. Let's roll. There. They got a 5. So a 5 means glancing blow. It is impaired until the end of its next turn.
And of course, that shuts down its little flame, sphere that it does.
I love how optimistic you are.
I'm trying. And then I'm sorry, I have to double check what I can do. Stabilize is full action. Okay. All right. That is it then for me.
All right. You're not overcharging or anything in addition, right?
No. I guess I could overcharge and shoot the same gun again, huh?
It's up to you. You do know Sayer 1 was heavily damaged before. That's why you were able to structure him with 5.
Yeah.
But you can't overcharge and do a skirmish action with the same gun again, can you?
Yeah, you can. Overcharge can do anything. It doesn't. Okay. Overcharge bypasses the double up roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just can't use 2 skirmish actions with the same gun.
With your normal quick actions, that's correct.
Yeah, because I technically have another quick action right now.
In the rules for overcharge, it states that it can repeat any action that you've taken previously.
Okay. I can't hide, right? Like big open space.
Technically, you have the thing for hiding in plain sight, but you're visible, right? You would need something to say you could.
What about space?
I don't think I.
What about space debris? We've been destroying mechs. That's got to count for something, right?
Yeah, I'll just wait till you blow up and your debris flies in front of my mech, then, and.
Oh yeah, so here's how it works for your infiltrator. You can hide in plain sight. You could hide right now, but it would just go away when your turn ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I don't think unless me overcharging would get me a full action. I can't really do much.
Nope, that makes sense.
Another shot is not going to get rid of him. So
total.
That's it.
What's your sensor range? You could always try to bolster hack a Sayer 1 if you have a quick action that you're just not using.
I'll admit I have no idea what that entails, so sure, I'll try to hack them.
That'll just be a tech attack.
Do you have a quick action left?
Yeah, I have an unused quick action. There's just nothing to really use it on, but yeah, I'll hack him if I can.
He's within sensor range for you?
Yeah, he's within 20.
All right.
Well, you have 20? That's a lot of sensor range.
Yeah, that's the same as I have.
Oh, you got pilots have I think better sensor range than these enemies I'm using. Yep, you do.
Well, I'm like a sniper, right? I need to have
it's just funny because I've been used to seeing NPCs sensor range and they're not impressive. So
I can't.
Oh, Chuck has a sensor range of 5. Okay, it's not all bad. Chimera, your sensor range sucks, and I feel better about things.
I am not offended.
So, Jay, everyone gets a fragment signal invade option. So you just roll a tech attack, and if it succeeds, you can use fragment signal, which makes the target impaired and slowed until the end of their next turn.
Isn't he already impaired?
He is impaired, yes.
You could also bolster a friend. They get a +2 accuracy on their next skill check or save they make between now and the end of their next. No, they just get it.
Oh hell yeah! That's awesome. I didn't know I could do that. I will be using that more.
Yeah, it's
Orion
between.
hasn't gone yet, so want to get bolstered? You're 22 hexes away. Chimera gets bolstered.
Hooray!
So you have plus. If
+2
I'm understanding,
accuracy.
+2 accuracy on your next. Go ahead.
Skill check
On the next skill check or save,
yeah.
between now and the end of their next turn.
I guess I should go before him next turn.
I mean, just whenever you go,
whenever your turn ends, that bolster goes away. Yeah.
It's the end of your next turn, not Jay's. It's a skill check though, so does that not include attacks? Like, is skill check different?
No. Yeah, it doesn't include attacks. Are you kidding? Giving someone 2 accuracy on every attack? No. I would house roll it out of the game if that's how it works.
All right. I'll admit that's less strong than I thought it was because I didn't notice that part.
Hey, still, you're just gonna end your turn without using that quick action, so might as well. Yeah. So now
are like tech attacks those aren't skill checks. Like skill checks should be like what, forcing someone to move.
No. So most skill checks are pilot things, or also like. There are some skill checks you can do with your hull, agility, systems, and engineering that are just like 1d20 plus systems to do a thing. We don't use that much because usually they're very not useful to do in the midst of battle. Let's say you were doing a skill challenge while being attacked, and Todd was hacking the door so you guys could escape the battle. He would be doing skill checks on his turn while you guys were fighting, and your bolster could give him accuracy on the systems roll I would have him make to hack the door. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes really good sense. Good explanation.
Thank you. All right. So at the end of Rock's turn, it comes back to these fellas. I am going to activate. Oh, nanny. Okay. I need to check my own rules. See how defense net works.
Well, sorry, Orion. I tried.
Against characters or objects within the field. Okay. So. Oh. Actually. He's not impaired. That guy that we thought was impaired. Acquirer.
So the field makes it so they can't be
Assayer. Yes, Assayer is not impaired. So the rules for defense net is characters, allied characters within the area gain immunity to impaired and slowed, and remove these conditions automatically if they enter the area while they have them. So anyone in those fields is immune to slow and impaired.
Oh, well, that's good you didn't try to hack him, because it just wouldn't have worked even if you were successful.
All right, so now that I know how that works, and also the other reason I was reading it is because the shield helps you guys too, it just doesn't help you with that bit. So if Acquirer 2 was going to try and shoot you guys in that shield, you would have the difficulty bonus. So they're not going to do that. Acquirer 2 is going to shoot farther afield than that. Because Acquirer 2 is who I am. Oh, perfect. Okay. Rock. It is firing a munition at you.
Oh no, please don't. Stop.
No. Okay, so you have good evasion, so it might not matter.
Maybe.
I mean, at least he's not stacked with COMET this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Would you like to be? I'll come back.
All right, well,
a 20 plus 2 minus 2 is still 20. So
we're bosom buddies.
All right, Rock. You are going to. So luckily, the cluster munition doesn't go off because there's no one next to you. But you are still hit dead on by the bombard cannon. You take 5 explosive damage.
if I brace and get resistance, does that round up or down?
I think it rounds down.
Pretty sure it rounds down.
Because I think I remember it being more forgiving than other systems.
I'm considering bracing for this, actually.
Wear and tear. So damage, it says... We're just going to double check right now because this is good to know going forward. You would think it would be in the damage section, but it's probably in the resistance section, so I'll probably have to check there next. All right, let's go find resistance. Resistance says...
I don't know, Comet, do you think I should even brace here? You're still invisible, right?
I'm still invisible, yep.
You only get one quick action next turn. So
yeah.
Okay,
that's
so
right. I always forget about that.
I'm the only one getting shot here. So.
Under resistance, it just says by half, and under wear and tear, it does not say under damage whether or not you round up or down. Do you guys?
All right. Well, I will mark myself at going from 12 hit points to 10.5 hit points.
Right.
Or 9.5 rather.
Let's go back to the beginning of mech combat. That's right, guys. We're rolling it back to the beginning of this combat, doing the whole thing over again.
We're starting over. That was a trial run.
And you'd think we'd start the recording over, but nope.
No, just
We'll fix it in post.
I know that we at one point did it, but I am now filled with enough doubt that I cannot be sure.
What does your
anymore.
gut tell you? If somebody said right now, gun to your head, Bob, like, would you round up or down?
Well, luckily I don't have to because I just found the page that says calculating damage on it. So yeah. So it says includes damage reductions from resistance and any relevant systems. So damage happens first, and then armor, and then resistance, and then that comes off of HP.
Sad thing is, I've already decided I'm going to brace either way, but I still need to know what to put down.
For gosh darn damn.
Whoa!
Whoa! Watch your language. Might be children listening.
Why does it not say in the set? Okay, I looked at wear and tear. I looked at resistance, the thing that commonly reduces things by half, and now I'm reading the calculating damage section, and I cannot
All right, hold on. I'm going to send a tweet to the developers.
Why? I just want to know if I round up or down. I bet there's a rule at the beginning of the book that says always round up in this game or something.
Yeah.
But I don't need that when I'm just looking up rules for damage. It's too late for me to know that answer.
Okay, the golden rules always round up to the nearest whole number.
Always round
You're
up.
You're right.
You heard them.
You're right. There's a thing at the beginning of the book that says the golden rules. And number 2 is always round up.
What page is that?
That's actually not at the beginning of the book.
Okay.
That's page 263.
That's the middle of the book.
It's where you put the golden rolls.
Yeah.
Page 253.
Wow.
Okay, so are you bracing?
I forgot what we were doing.
So, you gain resistance to the damage, right?
Don't say no.
Right, so I take 3
You
instead
take
of 5.
3. That's correct.
Okay.
Okay, good. Anyway, that was its turn.
How long was that turn? Like 5 minutes?
Yeah, Bob, come on, take your turns quicker.
All right,
Shit.
you know what? Where's Denier 3 and 4? Let's get them out here.
I'll just do a token. How about that?
All right, I'm ready to melt down. You guys ready?
Don't
I can
blow.
still go.
You know what? Are you gonna shoot off fireworks or anything? Like, is there gonna be this?
I have a big cannon I can fire.
Do it.
Whatever you do, just don't blow it.
I'm gonna blow my load. Okay, let's go.
Oh, Jesus
Alright.
Christ.
Go for it.
Okay, I start my turn. Do I take 2 heat?
You take 2 heat.
Okay, I go to 10 heat. Which will then cause me to melt down, so I have to roll a 1d6.
That's correct.
1 second. Gotta add this to my log.
For some reason, I thought you had to go over your heat amount, not match the
So
max.
it's because we don't do rollover on health or heat, so it can't roll over to the next thing. So we do it when you hit the number.
Oh.
Yeah. If we changed one, we would change the other.
And a
Makes sense.
3. Where is it?
Power plant destabilize. Your mech's power plant becomes unstable, ejecting jets of plasma. You are exposed until you take action to remove it.
Okay. Following that, 2 things happen. My Mather stop frame trait happens, which allows me to, instead of clear my heat, reset it back to 5. So I automatically go back to 5 heat, which keeps me in the danger zone.
Okay.
Sounds
So
like
that puts
a
me
good
at
idea.
5 out of 10. I mean, things are gonna happen. Then my vent heat happens whenever I exceed my heat cap or stabilize. I gain soft cover until the start of my next turn.
Right, because of all the vented heat. Gotcha.
Yep. Okay, so now my turn starts. Oh, and by the way, since I overheated, my ZF4 now gains an extra charge, putting it at 3 charges, and I am aiming it as an ordnance weapon as my first action at Assayer 1.
Okay.
Full power.
Wow.
I'm like Artemis for firing this thing.
Artemis's face, the war paint, the hunter's paint just appears on screen over the targeting reticle, and you can feel her like guiding the shot in.
Yep, and due to the bonus that I got from my completing that the mission, not mission.
The like pre-mission prep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I gain accuracy on my weapon for the duration of this mission.
And you put it on the
it'll
solid core, right? Yeah.
Yep. So I'll be rolling a 1d20 plus grit plus 1d6, and we are gonna see. I rolled an 18.
18
Nice.
hits.
Is it too late for CHIMERA?
So he is going to be hit for. So since I am over heat cap, one of my talents kicks in.
Since
from
you're in the
Nuclear
danger
Cavalier.
zone. Yeah.
Yep. He takes an additional 1d6 damage and 2 heat on hit. So this hit is going to deal 4d6 plus 2 heat.
Whoa. 46 plus 2 heat. Okay, I took the 2 heat, so that's taken care of.
He takes 18 damage.
Wow. I was going to say, is it too late for CHIMERA to get out of the way of the huge explosion that's about to go off?
It is a line attack with a range of 12, but you are not in the line.
Yeah, it literally, oh my god, it literally goes right past you, CHIMERA.
Whizzes by you.
And
Wow.
What does this shot look like, Orion? Because you vaporize him. This was his. That's all of his health.
So Orion just kind of like it almost the mech almost kind of does like a crouch as like this giant cannon comes over its shoulder. And then you just see a whole bunch of energy charge and just a massive amount of like just a giant laser fires, engulfing Assayer 1, and there is just a giant hole where the pilot used to be.
Yeah, so he's super dead. And you just see like as this giant blasted shot fire, you have gotten used to from field tests what problems this can cause, because you know that this has been traditionally an issue for you. You start seeing various errors pop up all over your screens, overheat warnings. You see various things about destabilization and all that kind of stuff popping up all over the inside of your cockpit as you go to fire this weapon. And even try as you might prepping for this moment, because you haven't really had a chance to test this out in live combat. You knew these things were coming, but it's still scary for a moment. You're like, oh my god, is the gun going to explode on my shoulder? But at the same time, you notice that without your guidance whatsoever, all of these things are being taken care of with the speed and efficiency that only like a well-engineered battle mind can do. So your Artemis AI just launches through your systems and basically starts adjusting and accounting for all of the heat expenditure as you just destroy the mech in front of you.
All right.
Nice.
And as part of firing the cannon, it also triggers my siege specialist. Since it is a cannon, it allows me to move one space in any direction. Probably not the direction that I just fired. That wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah, probably not.
No, you like move forward as it's firing, right? Like that could make sense.
So I'll just move one space to the right.
All right,
yeah, that makes perfect sense.
You like do that fucking badass move where you're like firing something, but you like take a few steps forward the direction the beam is going.
Nice.
I am going to follow that up, just continue as part of a full-on barrage, like because the ordnance weapon has to fire first. So I'm going to follow up and aim at Acquirer. Is that Acquirer? Acquirer 2 with my Soul Pattern laser rifle.
Acquirer 2. Okay. Acquirer 2 is within the effects of a field, so you're going to have +2 difficulty on this.
+2 minus 2d6. And even if it does hit, it will not gain the benefit of Nuclear Cavalier. That is only on the first attack per round.
Yeah, that's where all your heat went.
Yeah, pretty much. I rolled a -3.
Oh, so you healed it.
Well, technically, it's 3. But...
Okay, so then I gain 1 heat, so that puts me up at 6. Oh, that says 6 out of 12. Let me correct that. And that is my turn. I think I did a good job, guys.
All right, that is another piece off the field. Comet, you are the oh well, actually, no, never mind. I want to take my turn. Why would I give that up?
If you won, I mean, I'm happy to go.
Off the field, I don't think this is sufficient description of what just happened to Sayer 1.
I am going to activate Acquirer 3. Acquirer 3. Oh, you're still braced, right, Rock?
Yes.
It is until the end of his next turn.
Gotcha. That is good.
That's why I did it.
Yeah. Let's just check something then. Let's just check something then.
Let's check.
Worst case scenario, what? You don't shoot me?
Oh, right. So you did destroy the shield that was around you. So Acquirer 3 is going to shoot at one of you, I think. Yeah, probably you. Okay, Orion. It is firing its weapon at you.
Okay. I got to fire my
17. versus your evasion.
Is that 2 20s in a row?
Yes,
you
it
rolled?
is. These guys are really good.
Okay, I'll take it.
All right, so that's 5 explosive damage.
Yeah.
But I believe you have armor to this, so.
I do. So I take 4.
4. Yep.
Okay.
4
so
explosive.
That will take me down to 8.
Nice. As another one of those shells, one that you've noticed is one of the ones you've shot out of the air for Chimera before, flies towards you in the aftermath of you shooting your shot, and just explodes and adjacent to you and shocks your armor pretty hard. Now it is Comet's turn.
All right, cool. I'm going to let me make sure I'm in range. Zoom out a little bit. I think I'm gonna take a quick action and lock on Acquire 2.
All right, Acquire 2 will gain Locked On.
All right, and then I am going to take another quick tech action to invade Acquire 3, which already has lock on, so I'm going to consume that lock on Acquire 3. So I believe that should leave me with 1 difficulty because I have 2 difficulties since it's in the defense net.
2 difficulty plus 1 accuracy, so you should be at 1 difficulty.
All right, so let's roll this tech attack. 19.
19 will definitely get past its E defense.
All right, and then what I'm going to be using is my Neurospike. Where'd it go? In my sheet. Stand by. Oh, okay. I'm going to use Strike Code. Until the end of the target's next turn, they first take 2 heat whenever they attack.
All right.
In addition, since I consumed Lock On while hacking it, my Hacker 1 talent tells me that the target can choose to either take 2 heat or be pushed in 3 spaces in a direction of my choice.
This is Acquirer 3, right?
This is Acquire 3.
Okay, Acquirer 3 will choose to take 2 heat.
All right. So they take 2 heat immediately, and it will take 2 heat next time it attacks.
That's correct.
Cool. And then since I didn't move, I'll use my Spotter talent and put Lock On right back on Acquire 3 as a free action.
Lock On to Acquirer 3. You got it.
All right. Oh, Acquire 2 is shredded, by the way.
Why is Acquirer 2 shredded?
Because my first action was to lock on to Acquire 2, and my prophetic scanners means that the target becomes shredded.
All right, there you go.
All right. With that, my integrated cloak activates again, and I'm invisible.
All right. Finally, Assayer 2 activates. I'm going to roll the recharge. Not enough to recharge. So, didn't come into effect last time. Okay, it's going to stage a reaction. That's its turn. That is the end of the round.
Nice.
Now it's back to y'all.
Huzzah. Hey, does T-Pose green
oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
so he's not taking mech actions, but he would have moved and then boosted to leave the battlefield.
Wait, but he has a jetpack?
Yeah, he's wearing a pilot suit.
Oh.
I assume we all have that kind of stuff on our
No. You and COMET are both wearing pilot suits. CHIMERA and ORION are wearing assault heart suits.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so if CHIMERA or ORION were to leave their mechs during space combat, they would, unless they had EVA for some other reason, they would basically be on the float.
Yep. Maybe it's something we should consider changing out of when we get back on the ship.
Especially if you're going to be in 0G, but right now it doesn't seem like an issue.
I actually have mag boots equipped, but if I'm not near anything magnetic, that's kind of useless.
All right, well, it is back to your side.
Not many targets left.
There's enough.
Yeah, that's true.
It's up to you guys. My turn will be boring, so it feels like a waste to do it early.
I would almost rather you go at the end so you can keep brace until...
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason for me not to wait, so you guys do what you want to do.
All right.
If it's all right, I'd like to go later.
Then I'll go first, I guess.
Go for it.
Yeah, COMET just had a turn and locked on everything, so...
Yeah, I don't have anything else to lock on. I could actually...
Consume some of that, give him something to do next turn, that'd be great.
Consume some of those lockdowns.
Believe it or not, guys, I do have weapons. I could try shooting them once in a while.
But you're so far away.
I'm really far.
But unsung hero, right? It may not be the most glorious thing, but you adding an extra 1d6 for each of those things that we're shooting, that adds up.
That's what I want. Yeah. I like the support role.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go. So Ryan is going to start. He's going to take aim at Acquire 2, and then he is going to fire my big gun, not my big gun, but the
not my big gun.
Yes, the heavy laser rifle. It's got lock on, so I'm going to consume it. But I've also got +2 difficulty for being in the shield, so it'll be -1. So yeah, so 1 difficulty. I am. We'll see that if I hit. See if I get. Can I beat a -3? We will see. We will see.
Leave in the heart of the dice.
I rolled a 10.
A 10 versus Acquire 2. That will hit its evasion.
All right.
Hey,
cool.
So, in addition to taking 8 damage and 3 burn, I get to roll 1d6 because of my my Nuclear Cavalier bonus. So it'll take an additional 1d6 damage.
And he's shredded.
So it won't benefit from armor.
Let me just come over here and take a look at something real quick. Okay, so you just rolled really good on a 2d6. I see. Okay, that's.
I rolled 8 damage on a 2d6. Yes.
Yeah. All right.
So 11 damage and 3 burn.
Yeah, 11 damage. Well, I mean, not really, because that 3 burn also does damage immediately as well.
Yeah, I'm just trying to separate them, so it's a total of 14.
Yeah, because that's the number I care about, because all the other numbers aren't going to matter after that number, because that destroys us.
He's dead, Jim.
Even firing through the shields, you have melted its gun, basically, and it looks like the large majority of one side of it, and it has become space junk.
Okay. Here's a question: have any other pilots escaped from their mechs, or has it just been one
It's just that guy who ejected. Yeah. And then you take 3 heats from your giant weapon.
Okay, it's totally bad manners to shoot the guy as he T-poses and floats away from us, but he's not going to get very far. We could probably just pick him up, right, and bring him back.
I'm waiting for him to be a relevant character.
Actually, the funny thing is, he can move about as fast as you guys can. like on his jetpacks. Unless
He
you're
moves 7 movement a turn.
well, not maybe as fast as you, but faster than Chimera or Orion or Comet.
Oh.
Also,
I'm slow.
part of that is also a cannon, so Siege Specialist lets me move 1 space to the right, or left, I'm sorry, a little bit closer to Chimera, and then I'm going to use my quick action to store another stasis bolt.
All right.
Wow.
Just in case.
Not a bad idea.
And you're living on the edge with your heat now.
Hey man, that's how I live, and Artemis likes it.
You're getting too close to the sun.
I mean, the system in my mech is called the Apollo system. I am the sun.
That is the
should be called the Icarus system because you're about to melt.
You're giving me ideas, so
yeah, right. All right, let's see here. Well, I only have 2 people left. So let's see. Acquire 3 and Assayer 2. Okay. Definitely outnumbered now. And it's only Assayer and an Acquire left. I am going to activate Assayer 2. Assayer 2 gets to roll their recharge at the beginning. They do not recharge. On Assayer 2's turn, they are going to open up a comms channel with your team, like on a public comm network. And across your systems, you just hear some person in Assayer 2's mech saying, okay, we give up, please. Let's call it.
To be honest, I was actually prepared to fuck him up literally next turn. So he picked a good time.
He was sad that he saw 2 of his friends get melted.
Just 2.
Will you turn on the gate?
I can't. We're just the defense team.
Well, get in contact with the people that can, or else we still have a problem.
That's his turn.
So he didn't even
deactivate.
He didn't even deactivate the shield or anything. He was just like, "Hey, be cool."
Yeah. He didn't deactivate that thing that's helping defend him and the one other guy that's there, Bob. He didn't bring down all of his defenses?
Right.
Why didn't he just trust us?
I feel like he should have ejected from his lands and started moving towards us in his mobility suit or whatever he's in.
All right. I'm just it's back to us, so I'll just take a turn and I'll radio everyone and say, all right, let's hold fire, but close in on their position in case they try anything. And I'm actually gonna move.
I'll just say, can I respond back? I don't.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, I'll just say, okay, I'll reload and ready a shot on that siege cannon if it starts to fire again.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll respond and say something to that effect. Like, yeah, I'm going to ready an action, but yeah, let's see if it can close in on them.
All right. Yeah. If you guys don't do anything aggressive, we can call the end of initiative.
That sounds good to me.
All right.
Cool.
Yes. Assayer 2 and Acquire 3 are both going to, as you guys come, they're going to prepare themselves for capture. As you are no longer going to just explode them out of space, they do power down their suits and disengage their their pilot locks on them, so that they can they assume that you're going to take them prisoner.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how you guys run things, but that's what they assume that the other people are going to do.
Well, let's talk about it. What do you want? I don't think we've been in a situation.
Them at gunpoint, let's have a conversation.
Well, opening a channel only to you guys, I'll say, okay, what do you want? What do you want to do with these guys?
I mean, this is the first time we've ever had prisoners, right?
No.
You know,
what? Are you kidding me? No. You guys have had prisoners before.
Have we?
Yes.
Way back when we took over the station, or took over the guys that were
during the mission on on the Ren station.
Oh yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah,
almost a full year. Yeah. After the gunfight.
Yeah. And then we also took, or Rock took Lady prisoner, after she revealed that she was a mole.
So yes, I'll grant you those were both during pilot times, but this is the first mechs that you've captured.
That's what I was referring to, really, but yeah. So Evelene will say, I kind of have a mind to scrap those mechs for parts. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, we could definitely use them.
I mean, I agree. However, we don't have the time.
Fair. Yeah. No. We'll put a note. We'll do that later.
We really need from them is for them to contact their bosses and get them to turn the gate back on.
I somehow think that they're not going to have the authority to do that in any way, shape, or form. But if we have a nice show of force that we've taken over their defense squad and moved in on them, they might consider it. AKA, have them leave their mechs, have the mechs float towards their the gate, and then blow the mechs up as they get closer to show that we've taken over.
I mean,
my way leaves us with less parts, though, admittedly, and is a bit more aggressive.
More practical concerns. I mean, don't we risk blowing up the gate if we set them to explode?
Well,
I expect us to blow it up long before it reaches the gate. It's a show of force, not an explosion. Okay. And two, I think you're underestimating the durability of these gates.
Yeah, maybe my imagination isn't that good. I just assumed they were breakable.
It might just be a thing that CHIMERA doesn't have experience with, but it looks giant.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm less concerned. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think getting out of this with the least amount of fighting is more important than getting free parts.
Well, can we just have them relay a line to their bosses? We explain the situation and deliver our ultimatum. Maybe we can just get right to the point and they realize they're outmatched and outgunned and open the gate for us.
Let's try that, but I doubt it's that simple. Let's just go with it for now.
You're the captain. I'm going to listen to your orders on this. I'm not 100% sure, but it's your call. We've given our options.
Let's try that first, and if they're not receptive, we will send a message, like by blowing up the mechs as you suggested.
Okay.
All right. Can I just start a channel with a sayer and acquirer?
Yeah.
And just let them know, hey, we're not going to kill you guys, but you do need to eject out of your mechs. And slowly start coming towards us. We're just going to take care of you for now. That kind of thing.
Yeah, they
just give them instructions.
They had kind of assumed that. So you see the cockpits on both acquirer and assayer depressurize and flip open, and you see two pilot-sized forms, kind of like leave acquirer 3 and assayer 2.
Before that happened, though, I wanted to see if they can open up a line to the ship that's docked to the.
So you have to play that out then. Tell me what you do and when.
Yeah. Because that's what Astro was just saying earlier, that they could possibly relay open line to the ship. So after Rock explains what we're going to do with them, then COMET will say, all right, but what I would like to do is talk to your bosses. Can you open up a line to the ship that's connected to the gate right now, or docked at the gate right now?
The one who was previously in the assayer will say, I can give you access to contact the squad leader, sure.
And do they have the ability to open up the gate?
I guess they would. They turned it off.
All right, give me access and then eject out of your mechs.
All right. So Assayer 2 sends you like a patch into their comm system, and it seems you have a telecom that'll contact the person in charge.
All right. I'll open up a line and I'll say, this is the captain of the DBC contacting the unidentified vessel docked at the gate. We have dealt with your security force and are demanding that you open the gate now or else suffer the consequences.
All right.
Roll an intimidation check.
You get silence for a moment. And then on the other side of the line, you hear like a connect. And then on the other side, you hear, no, I don't think I'll be doing that.
That's not a wise choice. I think you should reconsider.
Why isn't it a wise choice?
Because we just made quick work of your bodyguards here. The last two remaining surrendered to us.
Yeah, good on them.
We can all hear this, right?
Yeah,
this is open channel.
As long as he is patching it through to your team channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I send a message to COMET only?
Oh yeah. I mean, you guys have intercoms between your systems. Yeah.
Just so it makes sense, I'll let you respond quick then. Because you were talking, sorry.
Oh,
Bob.
no, that's
stop talking, Bob.
Oh, Bob.
Oh, yes. Okay, and I need to remember where I was. What did you say last?
I just said to them, I said we dealt with your defense force. The last two remaining surrender to us. I would strongly reconsider if I were you.
Oh, that's good for them. I don't think I'm going to reconsider. I don't want to let you through this gate.
I'll make a message to COMET and go, one thing we need to keep in mind here, COMET, is he still holds the cards. We can't just assault the gate. We can't blow it up in our lances. If we do some sort of assault, it'd have to be in person, so he still has a defendable position.
Well, we can call his bluff, and in worst case scenario, we use our jump drive.
Your call.
Let's send him a message. Do what you suggested. Send the two last mechs.
I just want to let you guys know, because it's been 3 sessions since you last talked about it. The plan before you guys left your ship was to take out the defense force and then go into the gate to take it over. That's what you discussed with the people beforehand. If you guys don't want to do that, that's fine. I just want to let you know that the last time your characters had a discussion about it, that's what you had talked about doing.
Yeah,
I think
we were trying to hold off on using the jump drive also.
was kind of subtly reminding Comet that was the position we were in here.
That sounds yeah, and I think we'll still do that. We're just seeing if like
Oh, totally. Totally.
we could talk them out of doing it the hard way. I'll say, all right. Well, I'll say to Rock. Well, all right. It looks like we're gonna have to, go with the original plan, invade their ship, turn the gate back on. Shall we send their mechs over to blow up, give them something to look at while we try to get access to the ship?
Oh, that sounds good.
Hey, so what's your name?
Is that the person from the ship?
The guy who's still talking to you. Yeah, you still have your line open.
Captain Astro Jamin.
All right, Astro.
The DBC.
Why don't I cut you a deal?
I'm listening.
Look, you got some personal cargo with you that we don't want to reach its destination. If you just drop that worthless piece of cargo, we can forget this ever happened and make it worth your while.
No deal. That would defeat the purpose of why we're here in the first place.
What, getting paid? You're a mercenary outfit, aren't you?
We're a mercenary outfit, but we have principles.
Cue the dramatic music playing in the background.
Meanwhile, Dyne says a message over to the link to everybody. He's like, plus, if Tor heard about it, he would probably just kill us all.
Honestly, I'm ready to just blow some mechs up. I think we got some fun with this.
All right, principles, sure. Does that mean that my people are going to be safe with you?
They'll be safe. But I can't say the same for you if you refuse to cooperate.
I'm not worried about me. I can take care of myself.
What about the rest of their crew? I'm saying this to Astro, not on the call.
Rest of their crew?
I would imagine it's more than just him on the gate, right?
I'll say, well, all we need to do is get in and activate the gate, and we can figure out what to do with the crew later.
Ah, yes, the simplest of missions. All we need to do is this.
Look, Captain, I'm gonna just give you the benefit of the doubt and assume you don't know what you're stepping your toe into. But the Dole has a particular eye on this meeting not happening, and you don't want to make enemies.
We're well aware of what's at stake here. Now, if you can't help us, I don't think there's anything else for us to talk about. Just gonna have to play it out.
All right. Well, I look to continue our chat in person, Captain.
And what was your name?
Name's Ripkas. Crustaceous Ripkas.
All right, well, Crustaceous. If you reconsider, if you wise up, just you know where to call me.
I don't think that's going to be a problem, Captain.
I'll just cut the line.
All right.
All right.
Meanwhile, in Astro's mind, I'm already on the wanted list for 2 mega corporations.
Yeah.
It can't get worse.
Once he cuts the line, he'll say to the others, "How'd I sound? I sound captain-y?"
Not very intimidating, if I have to say so.
What? How many takes did you normally do?
They called me One Take Astro.
I think you need a new nickname.
That's not... I don't think that's a good thing.
All right.
Well, important thing is we laid our cards out. If he's not going to activate the gate, then we're going to have to do things the hard way.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Anyone have any objections?
Nope.
I'll go rig up these mechs to explode, I guess.
No objectives, but questions. How ruthless do we want to be?
I say our main objective is to activate the gate. If we can do it by subduing instead of killing, that would be preferable.
Yeah, hey, I got a question. Does anyone know how to activate a gate?
I could probably figure it out. And I could get Torsay on the line, too.
I mean, there's got to be a crew for this gate, right?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we got to go just
That's not how
untie
the gates
them.
work.
Oh, is it not? Okay.
They're pretty autonomous for the most part.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's very possible that they just cut the power.
Yeah.
To be honest, we should be very impressed that they're doing what they're doing right now to the gate.
Well, the fact that it's currently it's one that's very out in the middle of nowhere, definitely helps.
It does until a corpo ship arrives, but I mean, the fact that they even got in, took it down, and are still there, they must have taken some sort of losses, I imagine. Also,
Something
there's
to consider.
The gate's defenses that we need to consider before we move in on it.
Well, the gate's defenses are shut down at the moment, right? Because it's out of power.
Right. Well,
or at least it looks like it's turned off.
That's what we think. Do we know that for sure?
Can we see the gate from here?
Yes, absolutely.
Do they have a ship docked with it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll look over and go, as long as that ship is docked there, the defenses might not be an issue.
Unless they found a way to override the turret system so it doesn't attack their ship.
Well, the turret shouldn't activate unless there's a battle.
Right. But they might have found a way to hack it so it selectively targets any ship other than their own.
I give them a lot of credit for shutting it down. I'm not sure that they've gone that far.
Probably right. It's pretty sophisticated.
Turning off this tech is one thing. Reorienting what it should be doing is a complete different thing.
Because my reason against it is they know that military's on the way. So why do that when their only objective is to stop us? Where I think we're overthinking it a bit.
Yep. All right. Well,
this is not one of your action flicks.
Even so, we're still gonna board a ship, and that's something straight out of a few of my action movies. Actually, I could list them off if you're interested.
I'd rather you didn't.
It's a boarding scene in Orange Alert. There's a boarding scene in the first Deathbot Chronicles. I think there's a boarding scene in Purple Alert too.
Sir, should we disable their ship before we board?
I'm open to suggestions. How do you suggest we proceed?
Are you guys floating in where you are, like with the captured mechs, while you're having the discussion?
I think we are.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
I probably would have moved up and taken the ejected prisoners out.
Okay. How are you transporting them?
Hands.
Okay.
Yeah. We just literally hold them
just
in our
have
hands.
Them, have them latched onto you. Yeah, totally.
Like King Kong.
While this is happening, can I have Artemis looking at the ship, the docked ship, to see if there's any weapons on the ship?
Unfortunately, you are out of sensor range.
Okay.
Yeah, you cannot scan something outside of your sensor range.
How close do we need to be?
15 spaces,
Well,
which is like 150 feet. Well,
whatever your sensor range
it
is.
depends on what your sensor range is. I guess for Orion, it's within 100 feet because it's 10 spaces
I have
away.
A very small range.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, I'm going to have her focusing on the ship to see if there's any fire coming from it and just give it a heads up.
Yeah, she's going to keep an eye on it. She says, I don't see anything fun on their side yet.
I mean, I know it's not going to be as fun as firing the cannon. I know we're both really happy we finally got to fire it.
Did you see how that guy disappeared? It was amazing.
I agree. It was amazing.
I don't like it,
You evaporated, man.
Next time, we should see if we could crank it up more.
What? I'm not on this conversation, but what?
Yeah, so my gun can hold up to 4 charges, and it deals 1d6 damage per charge, so at max, it can deal 5d6 damage with my nuclear cavalier talent. It deals a lot of damage. Next time, we'll see. Depends on what's going on in combat.
There has to be a next time. I can't wait for months again.
Well, we may get another time soon, depending on this mission.
Okay.
Moving on. Floating in space.
We could always set up some cans on a fence, and you could just shoot at them with your giant big gun.
I don't think there would be a fence after that.
But the cans are gone.
Well, okay,
there would be no fence, no cans, and everything behind it for the next what?
You said shoot the cans. You didn't say don't shoot the fence. All right.
You know, even if I hit the cans and didn't hit the fence would melt.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
The fence and everything within 80 feet behind it.
Clearly, analogies go over your head.
Yes,
but this gun
aware.
Doesn't.
You're right. The gun just goes to the side of Chimera.
Just to confirm, we are blowing up these mechs, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna.
We haven't fully done that yet, but it seems likely.
Well, I'm gonna go. I don't know. I need updates on the map or not, but like Chimera is gonna go over to one of the mechs.
No,
start,
just say everything narratively at this point.
Like in real time. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Chimera is gonna I guess someone else is gonna hold the pilots, and then I'm gonna float over one of the mechs and start rigging it to explode, probably on a trigger.
Okay. Do you have explosives?
I mean, you can just overload the engine, right, or the core.
Can you?
Sounds like a skill check.
I think it is a skill check. Okay, yeah, I will.
Are you trying to do this from within your suit, or are you actually going to jump out and go out to the other suits?
I'll go out to the other suits.
Okay.
I mean, they're open because they had to climb out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna hack or fix it because I can sabotage a device.
So, one thing I wanted to check here real quick is just to make sure. So, okay. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. So you could just use the self-destruct option. The problem is, it's very quick, basically. What it happens is you would initiate a reactor meltdown, and at the end of your next turn, or at the end of one of your turns within the following 2 rounds, your mech explodes. So that would give you like 20 seconds, right? Like it depends on how far you want to throw these things before they explode.
I mean, I would imagine that. Well, okay, I am making a few assumptions. Like I assume there's a button or some kind of functionality that triggers it.
It's like a program you would have to run on the Mac.
Yeah.
I
I was gonna say, like, can I just literally like plug in a USB drive or something to remotely execute the command.
That maybe. Do you think you can pull that off? Yeah, I mean, how well you think you can pull that off is going to relate into the difficulty of the check.
I would imagine that, and obviously this is your call, if I fail the skill check, it just means I can't do it remotely, and it has to be done in person.
For now.
Are you relaying to us what you're working on?
Yeah, I'll definitely say this over our comm. Say like, I'm gonna go see if we can rig these to explode.
If you want some help, maybe I can see if I can implant a program with a delayed self-destruct sequence into the ship's computers.
Right. So if he's gonna pitch in, he can add accuracy to your roll.
That'd be great. I'll take any help I can get.
Meanwhile, Artemis is like, why can't we just melt?
All right. So
because that would potentially structure you. That's why.
That's plan B.
Yeah.
So as you guys are like heading over there and starting to do your stuff, I'll respond. So what you asked before, Comet, about options with the ship and the ring.
Oh yes. What are you thinking?
I think our best case scenario is to incapacitate the ship to the point where it can't fight back. Once we do that, we can threaten them, saying if they don't get on their ship and leave the gate intact, of course, the corpos are gonna get here within a few days. So even if we just sat outside and kept the ship occupied, they wouldn't have any other choice but to get back on the ship and leave, or stay here until the corpos arrive.
Good thinking. And then we may not even have to board the ship.
Well, this is a lot of best case scenarios and them really not wanting to deal with Corpo, but yeah, hopefully.
Well, hope for the best, plan for the worst, right?
Well, planning for the worst means that by evacuating people onto the ship, they're going to have more people onto the ring and onto the gate to bolster its defenses if we did assault it.
Hold on. Todd, the player, might not understand. We're putting people on the ship? Is that what you're saying?
If we incapacitate the ship, right? They could evacuate the ship because they're docked with the gate, and evacuate those people onto the gate to bolster their defenses.
Instead of just defending the gate and their ship, everyone would be defending the gate.
I see.
Yeah.
So it's not just a win-win scenario for us to just incapacitate the ship and make them leave it necessarily.
All right, but they may, but like you're saying, they may realize that with the corpos on their way, they have nowhere else to go, so they might be forced to leave.
Well, that's the problem. We'd have to threaten them and be believable with it. Because if they chose to stay on the gate and defended it and we didn't do anything about it, they could wait a few days before the corpos arrive. I don't know exactly how long, but longer than it would be for us to arrive at the meeting.
That's true. Again, I'll say again, we can avoid all this and just use our jump drive. I know we're trying to use it sparingly, but this could be a situation where we'd want to use it.
Well, it's something we can do, but then we'd have to deal with this on the way back.
And we'd also be leaving our benefactor's ship behind. That was the whole point, to not use the jump drive.
That's right, yeah. So it's really a last resource. Well, let's see if we can disable their ship. Can we maybe see if we can disable the ship while also breaking the seal on they have with the gate? Maybe if we simultaneously attack the docking seal while disabling the ship, we'll have them in a will have more leverage over them.
I suppose so. I don't know how we'd go about disabling it other than maybe Orion's cannon. And disabling it would be taking out their weapon systems, I would think. I don't know what the best way to go about doing that would be, but I could probably
Disabling a
take out
ship
the
from the
docking
outside
still.
is never easy.
Yeah, I don't think it's...
before.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's going to work that well.
Come on, you can't blame the whole affair on just the fantastic piloting you had.
I mean, if we decide to board their ship instead, we don't know exactly what we're dealing with in the ship. That's an unknown.
What do you mean dealing with? Like amount of people, Lancer?
Amount of people. If they have their own mechs on board, force here might have just the force here might have just been the EVA mechs.
I'll look at my two fistfuls of people at the moment.
I'm just going to say, I don't think they already have a much larger defense force than what they brought, at least mech-wise. They only brought one ship. It's not like it's a megacorp.
Yeah, I don't think they got like a secret second ship with another mech crew.
Well, I don't think it's crazy uncommon to assume there's two crews to a large ship like that, but could be.
Oh, they probably would have deployed by now if they did.
I wouldn't.
Probably
Your
expecting
defense
us.
line gets taken back. You hold what you have. You don't push out into it until you know what you're dealing with.
If they're expecting us to board them, we'd be fighting on their turf. They could prepare for that.
Well, we already are.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, how's that exploding or self-destructing the mechs going?
Yeah, I've had this dice roll
Evelene,
sitting in roll 20
yeah,
for a while.
as you've been working on it, you kind of rig up the two suits with various
oh my god,
aid
I crit failed that
from COMET.
And you still rolled a 10?
Yeah, I still rolled a 10. Wow.
So, Evelene, you're having just a time with this. Even with your +4 from Hacker Fix, it's just rough. It really takes every bit of help that Astro can give you to get this set up. You feel like it should work.
Okay. I will trust God to say that I feel like it should work. And then I'll climb out of the cockpits and jump on the mech and I guess get ready to, push them. I'll just push them over to the gate to pull up.
Yeah, you guys set them drifting towards the gate.
All right.
Oh, and while all of this is happening, Bob, I'm just Dyne is going to be clearing all of the heat on his mech, just ejecting it all.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Cooling down.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that too, actually.
So, Evelene, did you set up some sort of remote detonation or a timed detonation?
Ideally, it's a remote because you
got a success. It's remote. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it was on a timer, something's going to happen the last minute, and we're going to be cutting it close.
All right.
Yeah, you just watch the two mechs drift out, the Acquirer and the Assayer.
All right. Anyone want to do a countdown or something, or I felt like just pressing the button's anticlimactic.
3, 2, 1,
I'll
go.
just wait till
I
it
figured
gets.
I was gonna shoot him to blow him up originally, so this is way more than I even thought in the first place.
You should have told us that while we were working on
really.
the whole self-detonation thing.
I thought about it, but
crack
I kind of
shop.
thought
I mean, wow.
maybe you guys wanted to do it. So
Meanwhile, Artemis is pouting because she wanted to melt them.
She's like, you keep joking about target practice, but what about those?
Look, I'll tell you what, Artemis.
put
Do you want to do these?
back in?
Yeah, actually, like, how am I going to aim properly if they aren't moving around?
I'll tell you what,
so
Artemis.
fun.
Do you want to do the honors, and I'll send the code over the over our network.
Do you really?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I assume we have like a private channel, so it isn't like like everyone knows
Okay.
we have this code going around.
Artemis accepts the code.
Yeah. So
I roll my
don't know.
eyes and I go ahead.
Okay. I guess what? Count 3, 3, 2, 1, go.
Then they both explode.
Oh, I was actually half expecting Artemis to just do it in the middle of 2.
Artemis just ignores the code, pulls up the gun, and fires. No.
Those are all valid. You could have done that.
The thing is, she triggers one before the other, so you see the explosion hit the other one as she triggers the second explosion. All right, yeah, two giant, compact because of outer space and whatnot in comparison to what it would be in atmosphere, but still sizable destruction as these reactors overheat.
All right, well,
She goes, could have been better, but thanks.
could have melted them.
We just had a show of force, Captain. You might want to press on them.
Yeah, I'm opening a line up to them.
All right, Crustaceous Ripkas answers the line again.
Hi, we sent you a little present. Did you see?
Yeah. Nice light show you got there.
Would you like your ship to be next?
I don't know. You got anything that can do that?
Oh, I think we can find a way.
Odd. Why a 2-bit captain like Kalian gets such high rollers like you?
I don't think that's any of your concern.
I think it is.
I think the only thing you need to worry about is getting that gate open for us.
Still haven't told me why that makes sense for me to do.
Well, if you value living, it makes a lot of sense.
So you're just gonna call in, threaten to blow up my ship, threaten my life, and then tell me to open the gate? I still haven't heard anything that I benefit from.
Well, do you have any suggestions?
Yeah. Turn the cold fish over to me. You don't need to do this stupid job. We can pay you way better.
Nope, not doing that. That's off the table.
All right. Well, I tried to reason with you. In the distance, you see the ship attached to the gate, detach from the gate, and their engines turn on.
Which direction are they facing?
They're facing towards you.
Okay. I mean, not okay, but I mean, I understand what you're saying.
Well, if you're gonna threaten my ship, I guess I gotta make it leave.
Am I communicating with him on his ship?
You don't know.
Okay.
You just have like a comm.
Hey, Rock, do you think we should, sorry, not Rock, Dyne, do you think you might want to get one of those, cannon shots ready? I think we might need it.
I mean, I've got 2 charges in the chamber, but it's going to have to get closer to fire it. It'll still be a bunker buster.
I'm just saying we might need that.
Well, we're going to find out, huh?
Yep.
Well, Captain, do we retreat back to the ship, or what do we do?
All right.
Oh yeah, that's a good joke. So Chuck said, "The ship transforms into the mecha." How tempted would I be to have it just and turn into a giant fucking space laser mech thing? No, not this day.
I'm giving you ideas for future missions.
Okay.
It's a giant maid with a vacuum.
You guys ever seen the original Robotech?
I've only seen clips, unfortunately.
That's like, I am dating myself hard by bringing this up.
We already did some dating by making reference to Spaceballs.
I think Spaceballs is whatever.
It's old.
The whole premise is there's these like mech ships that could change to either a like jet fighter, a mech, or something in between. They had like these 3 different forms. And they went into space, into this like spaceship that could transform into a mech.
Sounds like my kind of show.
What I thought of. Oh god, yeah. I mean, it's old school. But
yeah,
it's good.
I've seen the animation for it. It's interesting looking.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you guys do?
No. Let's keep talking about stuff so we can stall for time, and I can try to figure out how to be a captain. I don't like role playing a captain. It's hard. All right. So Astro's gonna say, all right. Let's move in. And try to disable their ship before they get away.
So you're gonna do that in your mechs?
Yes, is that a bad idea?
I mean,
let me put it this way. The only weapon you have that even has a chance of doing any damage to their ship is
my weapon.
Orion's at full charge.
Okay.
At full charge, his has a chance of doing damage to a spaceship-sized thing. So in terms of scale, you just don't have things that... It's like you're firing like an AK-47 at the side of like a sea ship. You're not going to sink it. That's not...
Well, that helps to know.
Yeah.
I was sort of under the impression that we could go in on our mechs and be able to disable their like turrets and systems.
Who knows?
Selectively.
If you wanna try and fly past its weaponry, do like a hot fly in, try and fly through its defense grid, board the ship, get out of your mechs, and like go take over its bridge. That's a thing you could do.
Yeah.
I mean, that would require you flying straight at it, getting past its weapon range, onto the ship, breaking into the ship, and then fighting to the bridge. But you know that is a thing that sometimes pirates will do.
We'll try to do. Sorry. Go ahead.
In the grand scheme of things, this is probably the best case scenario, and we don't have to fight them, and we can take the jump.
What is?
If they're just going to run away, I mean,
you're making a lot of assumptions.
Yeah, I don't know if it's that simple.
That's what they're doing. All we know is they turned their ship and are moving towards us.
No, they're not moving towards you. They're facing you. They've detached from the gates. The ship has turned to face your direction, and its engines are on.
I'll say, all right, let's get back to the DBC.
Are we bringing the 2 prisoners with us, or are we just going to leave them there for their ship to pick up?
Let's bring them with us. We can question them.
All right, so you guys head back to the DBC. As you get back to the DBC, you land in the cargo bay as the doors close and the cargo bay repressurizes. What do you do with your prisoners?
Or I keep them in my mech's hands and stay in my mech until the others get out.
Ah, yes, the safest place. Probably. Suspended in midair.
No, they're just... the way I figure is they can't do anything if I'm still holding on to them, so you guys have a chance to...
All right. So, yeah, let's get out and then draw our weapons on them and instruct them to get out of their hard suits. Do we have any things we can?
That's not how that works. You're instructing them to get naked if you do that.
I thought
was there an issue here?
That's how your stuff works. That is these are not Lancers.
Okay,
these are just pilots working for Periapsis.
So they're
wearing
like
a pilot
EVA
suit. Yes.
Got it.
They're wearing like and by pilot suit I don't mean pilot hard suit. They're wearing a spacesuit that has jets on it. If you shoot them, you're shooting through like space cloth. Nothing else. They're not armored.
Guys, do we have a brig on board?
You're the captain.
You definitely don't have a formal brig because this type of ship doesn't come with one of those. If you did something to make one, you would have to tell me how.
Yeah. Well, do we? Can we just get some zip ties or something?
As you guys are like dealing with this stuff in the hangar, Curry. Has come down to see what's going on. And he like seems oddly nonplussed by the fact that you guys have taken some prisoners, and just sees them being held and being like let down while you guys aim weapons at these guys. He just walks up as if they aren't there and goes, "Oh, hey guys, Torsay is keeping things upstairs with the guests. How things go out there?"
Well, no one died, and we got some prisoners. And actually, I was going to ask you, you know this ship pretty well by now. What would you recommend is a good place to keep some prisoners?
I don't know. I guess one of the bunk rooms and just like deactivate the door.
Yeah, there you go. Man, bunk is effectively a brig.
I'll say. Well, we dealt with their defense force, but we talked to their leader, and he seemed unwilling to reactivate the gate. Their ship has detached from the gate.
He waves his hands at you in a halting manner. Whoa. I don't have the mind for this. Why are you telling me?
Oh, you asked how it went, so I was just telling you.
That's great, Captain. You should probably go upstairs and talk to those people. I'm just here to roll out the welcome wagon and see if I can help.
All right, well, see if you can find something to restrain our prisoners. I'll go up to the bridge and talk to Torsay.
All right, yeah, while you guys have them under guard, Curry will come over and tie their wrists, and he'll need one of you to come with him to, like, he doesn't want to go alone. Right, so he wants one of you with a weapon to come with him to escort them to...
So before we escort them, Dyne will pat them down for any kind of weapon or basically anything that could potentially help them.
They both have sidearms. That's it.
He's going to take them.
Yeah, so you get two pistols, basically.
Yeah. Can't let them have it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all right, and then who goes where?
So I'm going to head up to the bridge.
Okay.
And I'll...
Yes.
Radio Torsay to meet me there.
Torsay was already there.
Okay, perfect.
Actually, up there as well is Colion and his two bodyguards.
All right. So I'll apprise them of the situation.
Who's with you?
Did anyone come with me?
Dyne's going to go with Curry.
I probably would just be getting out of my mech right now after Dyne came up and motioned for me to set them down.
I'll come up with you, Astro.
Okay, CHIMERA and Astro. Who's going with Curry to take the prisoners to be put in rooms?
Dyne.
Okay, so Dyne is going to go.
I will too.
Are you going with the prisoners or are you going with Astro?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you guys help escort them there. They're pretty quiet, unless you talk to them.
No, not really.
Yeah. So there's the two of them just like let themselves get led up to some of the spare bunk rooms you guys have on the ship. And after you guys have them loaded into the rooms, Curry will just go into the wall panels and he'll activate basically admin mode on them and set them to locked.
Sounds good.
He goes, all right, well, they shouldn't be able to get out of there.
Good. We should probably still have one person here just in case. This place wasn't really meant for, I mean, not inside the room, but outside the room. This place wasn't really meant for holding people for extended periods of time. He says this after the door's been closed.
Yeah, he shrugs. He's like, if you want me to keep watch, I can. I mean, the ship's doing fine right now. I can monitor from here, but
no one's piloting the ship right now, so at the moment I could stay here, but unless we have a medical emergency, I suppose the next viable person would be you, Dyne.
I guess. If you want to stay here on watch for a little bit, Curry, give me any updates. I want to go check on the mechs after that last battle, but if anything happens, I'll come and relieve you in like an hour or so.
All right, I'll just keep the comms up. If anything happens, I'll just play it over the comms.
All right.
Can I radio both Rock and Dyne after a time?
I don't see why not.
And I'll say, please report to the bridge. I want the whole crew here to discuss our next move.
So yes, because COMET and CHIMERA get there first. You're there when Torsay and Colion watch you guys come in, and you said you basically apprise them of like where things are right now. You see them nod along, and Torsay is like, okay, good. Where are the prisoners?
Curry and Dyne and Rock took them off to one of the spare bunks, and they're going to lock them in.
And what
we
are
can
their
question
names?
them later. What are their names? We don't know their names.
Okay, but you're sure they're Periapsis?
We think so.
Unless says, I don't know why they wouldn't be Periapsis. That's the colors they were flying. It's always possible they hired outside contractors, but I don't see why they would.
I had the same thought. We just got them situated. We'll have to question them and see what we can learn.
Astro, for God's sake, whatever you do, don't kill them.
I don't want to kill them.
If we have
That's
taken...
the last thing I want.
No, I'm just saying, if we've taken prisoners, after this all blows over, if we give them back to Periapsis, maybe things will smooth out a little bit, you know?
Yeah, I think you're 100% right. We don't want to
Colion just is
stir things up
with
any more than we have to.
Colion's just there with his arms crossed, just shakes his head at that a little bit. You can tell there's no love lost between Periapsis and the, his group.
Yeah.
He probably wouldn't care if we did kill them.
No. He goes, well, with what you told me, it seems like we are going to have some trouble getting the gate back on. I would reconsider your offer to jump past it, but you have to understand, a lot of my standing is in relation to my ship and my crew. I am a captain, one of the highest ranking captains of our group.
Yep, I understand. We will
the Ruin Chain
do what we can.
Isn't well funded. We fight for what we believe in, and I'm one of the few who can boast some military power for our muscle.
All right, then we need to get through that gate. I have to admit, I was surprised when they detached from the gate, just like that. I had assumed that they needed to be docked to the gate.
After a while, you can assume that Rock and Orion show up.
Okay. Yeah, so as you're showing up, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm surprised that they detached from the gate. I had just assumed that they needed to be docked in order to keep it powered down, but I guess maybe they have people on the gate already.
Torsay thinks about it a little bit and says, well, either one of two things. Either they have it well and truly turned off and just are leaving that way, or there are people they left on to guard it. Either way, we're going to have to get on there to turn it back on again.
Yeah, and we have their ship to deal with. What's it doing, by the way? And I'll pull up a terminal and see if I can get any information on the ship.
So on the bridge display, you do see the opposing ship kind of like come up on your system. All you're able to read from it is basically that it is large, it is armed, and it is named the Fees Due.
Okay. I don't think our ship really has any offensive.
Well, you get to answer that question because Kalayan turns to you, Astro, and says, does this ship have any defensive capabilities and weapons, any hidden armaments?
So we've never discussed this, so...
We have, and you don't.
Okay.
It came up in like the first session or two we did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the hopefulness of like, maybe we didn't talk about it. I should bring it up in such a way that nope, okay.
No, sorry, bud.
Nope.
Yeah, no, you bought a cargo ship that has a fancy piece of tech on it, but it is not a frigate.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say that unless we had explicitly talked about adding weapons onto it, I don't think we did. So I'll say, unfortunately, not. Our ship is not made for space battling.
That's a shame.
Usually, rely on our mechs.
That's a shame. Between the two of us, if it was 2-on-1, I would say our chances were pretty good on taking it out. My ship alone is probably a match for it, but it's risky. It is possible we can do some sort of feint or maybe keep them occupied so that you can get on board the gate. It's possible I could dance with them a bit. If you send me back over to the Relst, I could command it and we could engage at a distance, test their defenses a little. That way they'll be focused on us. Maybe you could slip by.
Well, as long as you don't put yourself too much at risk. I mean, the whole job is to keep you safe.
The whole job is a risk. If we don't make that meeting, that's a risk.
Fair enough.
Well, is there anything we can do to make it a little easier for you? Maybe we can hack into their systems, disrupt their targeting sensors. Torsay, what do you think?
I mean, I could try to run support while that's happening. If I'm lucky, I'll be able to throw them off here or there. It is risky getting the DBC in close enough to do that.
Well, we may have to take that risk. I imagine they would be more concerned with the immediate threat, which is your ship, Captain.
Yes, and I don't imagine that trading long shots with each other, they'll have a whole lot to do other than try to sight us in.
All right, well, we should prepare for enacting this plan. But first, I think we should get some information from our prisoners. Maybe we can find out more concerning what we're dealing with and what kind of defensive systems they have.
Kalayan looks at the four of you and says, well, in I guess also Torsay as well. Well, if this is truly our plan, I'm going to make back for the Relst. I'll need to be commanding if we're going to take that beast on.
Understood, Captain.
Yep.
Well, Captain, I'll see you on the other side. He pats your shoulder and then leaves the room.
I give him a salute.
Yeah, and all the time I've known you, Astro, I've never seen you actually give a salute.
Then you clearly haven't seen red, orange, and blue alert.
I don't plan to.
As the three go to leave the bridge, the third person there, the one bodyguard who's a little stouter, a little bit smaller than Kolian, stops.
Cord?
Cord. Stops. Who's closest to the door?
Out of the
four of you.
Probably me.
Okay. He'll stop by you on his way out, and he just hands you a card.
Okay.
Says happy birthday.
You look at the card, and it is it's odd. It's a card that has some symbols you don't recognize on it. And there's no words. And he just says, "Pray for us, huh?" And he looks at you with a smile in his eyes, and then he just leaves without explaining himself.
Do you show us the card?
I mean, I'm just holding a card in my hand. I don't think he did that any secretly.
No. No.
Yeah. I don't think a COMET would have been really noticed that, though.
That's what I'm trying to see.
He's checking.
Are we aware?
It's up to you.
You guys were, talking during it or something? Not paying attention at all?
I mean, so I imagine they leave. A COMET starts checking some feeds on the bridge displays. So he's not really paying attention to that.
I don't go out of my way to say, "Hey, this guy just said this thing to me, and here's his card." No.
Yeah.
I just look at the card for a moment and then just pocket it and shrug.
Yep.
So if you're not paying attention, then no, you didn't catch any of that.
Okay.
Astro's going to say, "Rock, I want you to question the prisoners."
But you want them intact, right? To give them back?
I want them intact, but I don't want them to know that they're going to be intact.
Well, yeah. All right. What do you want to know?
I want to know what defensive systems we're going to have to deal with. I want to know what kind of force they have on the gate. Anything else you think might be useful?
Okay.
Don't bribe them with Chimera's tuna. No.
I mean,
actually, maybe that would be you could force feed them Chimera's tuna.
With
That's more of a threat than a bribe.
And see if they know anything about how they have the gate powered down.
That might be a bit of a stretch. They didn't seem too bright when it came to what was going on at the gate, but they could have been lying, I suppose. Probably
not, but we got to be thorough. If there's anything we can learn from them, any way they can help us prepare, we got to see what they know.
All
right. Well, as everyone prepares to see what they are going to do about the fees due and the gate, we're going to go ahead and call this part of tonight's session there, and we'll come back to see what you do afterwards.
Alrighty, cool.
Yep.
We're gonna blow him up.
All right, thanks everyone.
Gonna blow ourselves up too, probably.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.